Good morning, everyone. I am Tracey Schlitzer, for those of you who don't know me, and I oversee the women's ministry at Bridge Community Church. So I was asked to share a few things about what I'm learning during this time of isolation or social distancing during this pandemic. And it's interesting because I was reading a devotional this morning by Nicky Gumbel. For those of you who are familiar with him, he started the Alpha course many years ago. And interestingly enough, today's devotional was on fear and overcoming fear. And his comment was that millennials are often referred to as Generation Fear because they have so much fear and anxiety that they're riddled with. So in his discussion of fear, he said that fear increases when we're not in communion with God and communication with God. And he talked about fear in two different ways. One is, he said that fear is what you think of as being frightened or anxious or stressed out. But fear is also defined as having a healthy respect. And the Bible talks a lot about fear of the Lord. And so oftentimes we are overcome with the first kind of fear, the anxiety and the stress-inducing fear, that we lose sight of the second kind, which is fear of the Lord. And so some of the things that he said that stood out to me were, he said, be honest about your fear. Talk to the Lord about it. He already knows how you feel. He already knows what you're dealing with. So just tell him and talk to him about it. In Psalm 39, King David writes about his fear and talks to the Lord about his fear. And he also says in there that life is so short and we don't have time to worry about these things that are often just fleeting. And so I think right now, even though we're consumed with this coronavirus, and it is the central part of our lives right now because we can't go anywhere, we really can't do anything, we're all isolated from one another. So right now, that's our whole life. But really, in the cosmic scheme of our lives, when we look back, it's going to be just a blip on the screen. And it is unprecedented, nothing like we've ever experienced or probably ever will experience again in our lifetimes. But it is very short time that in the realm of things that we're going through this. So the three things that he suggested were pray, trust God, and enjoy life. Even where we are now, we can enjoy where we are. I have to say, I really enjoyed being home with my kids, having them here. We've taken lots of hikes as a family. We played games, we watched movies together. My girls have baked a lot. So there are so many cool things that have come out of this. I'm also praying for revival during this time. So many people are riddled with fear, and yet there is a big God out there who's bigger than this coronavirus. And so I am excited to see how the Lord's going to work through this. And people who may not have been in communication with the Lord are feeling like they need to be because they have no other alternative. They're stuck at their homes and they're scared and they don't know what to do. Often fear is surrounded with the concern of money. And a lot of people have lost jobs. And so I know we as a church have stepped in with the Bridge Feeds, which is really cool. And my prayer is too, what can we do? What can I do? What can our family do? What can we as the church do to reach out to those who are hurting or lost and be a light to them right now and speak words of life and be a light to them. So I just want to encourage you, wherever you are in this walk, just know that God is bigger than whatever fears you have. God is bigger than the coronavirus. He wasn't surprised by it. And he's going to have something good come out of this. Even though there's a lot of heartache and a lot of stress, he's going to have something good come out of this. So my encouragement to you is just turn to him and tell him how you feel. He already knows. Just talk to him and he can provide for whatever you need. Have a great day. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Hope you can get outside. Bye.